What's up, everybody? Now that that video is finished, hopefully this is not as long. So we're gonna put async function, and I'm gonna call this current weather like this, and it needs this, and we're gonna obviously need something in the parameters here, which would be the weather and the images right here. The good thing is that we already created the weather images right here. So in order for this to work, we're gonna delete this, control save that, and then we're gonna just call the current weather with this. So current weather, and we're gonna put weather images, and as you can see in the bottom here, you spelled this wrong. It's not doesn't know what you want. You can see we have a W and I because in this parameters, um, in the parameters that we're passing, it doesn't matter what letter it is. If you want to see if it's working, log working correctly, we could go like that, and let's see if that works. And it's the exact same thing. Everything is working properly here, but we're probably gonna do an await return, or probably won't even need an await return because we're working mainly on the current weather. Now inside this index right here, we have an ID of current weather, the div card, and we have the weather app, but we have this section right here called class of current weather. Kind of don't need the class of current weather, but you know it is what it is. I'm gonna put a data label here, and I didn't that stands for current weather. I did not explain something earlier. We have this thing called defer. So if your JavaScript's not working because you didn't use my boilerplate and it didn't have the defer thing right here, what defer means is wait till everything else is loaded and then load the JavaScript file. Usually back in the day they put this at the bottom, but now we got this beautiful word. And if you don't want to use that word, you could just put your script at the bottom and that would also work. So here we got this data CW, right? We're going to use that data CW to get some information. Now, with the current weather, I don't know why I did this. We don't need this here. Oh no, we do need that there. Did I do the console log? Did I not save this? Control KS. I saved everything. Then I was like, why is that still showing? But it's just me being crazy. So with this current weather, we want to get some stuff. I'm gonna just start letting these let variables versus variables. I don't know, something about them. It helps them go out of scope sometimes. But usually, I mean the variables, the var definition, like we defining the variable. The let says let's define a variable. Var means the same thing, but when you use let, it's stays in the scope. The variable one actually goes outside of scope. It's crazy. So let's not use that one. All right. And I'm gonna put cur. It's gonna get w.current, and you're gonna see this. You're gonna be like, wow, this console.log. I'm gonna console.log everything just so you can see it on the screen. And let's see if that works. That worked beautifully. So now I don't have to put w.current dot all this other stuff, like time. So we don't care about that right now. We want to get a date. So let date get cur dot. Oh, hold on, let's do this right. New date cur dot. What does it say the time is? Time, right? But in order to get the proper date, you gotta multiply by 1,000, and then we could see that date here. The problem with this date, and the reason why I don't like it, because I don't need all that stuff. Like right now, it says 1900. This is 15 minutes off. As we remember when we saw cur, when we clicked on here, what does it say? Oh no, that's weather. We put W here instead, and we could use that and leave that there. That'll be the what they call it, the UTC offset seconds. It gives us that. It's 14 minutes. So it's like that's probably wrong, but right now it seems like it's 14 minutes off. So we're not worried about that. I don't care. But what we're gonna do with this new date is we're gonna put dot to date string, and then we're gonna keep date here, and then we're gonna show the date, and that's exactly what I want for the title. Okay, let's create some more stuff. Let CW get document dot query selector, right? And then we're gonna use these squares right here, and then we're gonna press Control V and then take that square out, and that's gonna give us a current weather section right here. I like to do that when you just do this data stuff. So we have this section, we're gonna have hourly weather and daily weather as well. We're gonna be using some stuff with that, and that will help us to worry about this. But when I use this CW right here, I could query select the CW now and use that as a what they call it, as query selected instead. So I know for sure that we are in the current weather right here, and there's no other one I could accidentally be in when I go to card. You could call it C card, but why? When we're gonna have this card, it's gonna be locally scoped, not globally scoped. So you gotta spell let right. Card get we down, we want to go down one, all right? We want to come down here. Let's go here, and then we want to get it afterwards, right? CW.query selector in .card. So we know for sure we are in the query selector card. So let's go right here and let's put card and let's see it. Okay, look, it's working. So we want to open up that card title because we want to get the title of it, right? I mean, technically, we could probably just put title and title here. See, it doesn't know. Can't find it in there, but it could find card. That's why we're doing card. And now we could use let title get card query selector dot title. And now it could get title. And now we're going to do the same thing for the other two. So let's hold Alt and Shift, and then press down twice. And we're going to change this name right here. Press Control D one time, and we're going to call it image, right? Oops, image. You got to spell it right, or it's not going to get it. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to double click there, Control D, and then we're going to put info, because that's what we want. We're going to save that, and we're going to put title, comma, image, comma, info. And we're going to see all three of them up there, so we know we're good to go. Right, now this is a lot of variables I'm creating. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. So you following along, you can do it this way, baby. And if you find a better way to do this, like I believe instead of making this card, we could literally go to the CW, put query selector, next child or something like that. I forgot what it is. That's why I'm not worried about it. So let's go down. What do we want? We also want to create an image, but first we want the title, and we want the title to be, let's go back here and type title properly, and we're going to put that text content. We want that to be date, right? So we save that, and now we see the date here. That's what we want. You're going to have to use some if statements here, but we also have to create an image. So let's image get document. That's what document dot create elements. There it is down here, and then we're gonna call that image, and then we're gonna go to end, and we're gonna go to image. So, but first of all, we're gonna put if cur dot is underscore day equals 1. I like to do triple equals 1. That means it's daytime, and we're gonna see this image work right away. Notice we have the eye. We haven't worked with images yet. So check this out. Now we're gonna work with the images. Image dot source is gonna get. It's gonna blow your mind. Cur dot weather underscore code. All right. And if it's daytime, meaning it's 1, we gotta go to day, and then we gotta go to image. Press save. This should work. However, it's not, because it's not daytime no more. It is nighttime. So we're gonna Alt Shift down, copy that, press Alt, press it down one, come over here, and then type in night. So we should be able to get this thing. Now I could be wrong right here and how this is going. Oh yeah, I'm not wrong how that going. What happened is we have to append that sucker, right? So we're gonna go to image append child, and we're gonna open and close that, and we gotta type in image right here, and there it is. It's still day. Also, to be a moon. It's still day, according to this. I believe this might go towards, instead of being after 6 o'clock, I believe it'd be going towards something else. Now, the last thing I want to do here is create a paragraph. So we're gonna put let p get, you know what we're gonna call it? Well, p, because we only need one paragraph for now. Just in case you want to come back and use that, we're gonna get you know what I'm saying, document dot create element, and we're gonna call that p for a paragraph. And then we're gonna have info p dot is it text content or is it inner content? Inner text, there we go. Now this is the only thing that seems to be working for me, so we're gonna work with this. Now one thing I want to put right here is I want to put occur, save, and so I could see this, so we could copy and paste a lot of things. However, let's put W there real quick, because it's everything. What I'm gonna need from this is I'm gonna need some of the stuff like the current units. I need to get this frequency, right? I need to do miles per hour. So what I will do is go all the way back to the top, and in these global things, we're gonna put constant miles per hour gets miles per hour. Then we're gonna put constant I'm just gonna put degrees, like that gets, and we're gonna copy and paste this Fahrenheit right here, Control C, and then we're gonna put a year. And we have too many quotations, so let's take one off. There we go. And this is gonna make it easier. So when we start typing into this current weather stuff right here, and you're gonna be like, oh snap, crazy. The inner text. Now this is probably wrong, and I probably actually want text content, but the text content don't create breakpoints for us, so I don't care. So what I'm gonna do is, well, let's try something out. Hello L BR, like that. And I'm also gonna come over here and type that right there. And nothing goes on because yeah, you have to put info text. So dot append child again. You could just put append, but it's gonna go after. You want to put it inside of it. That's what the append child means. Info p like that, and then save it. So this is the problem. You're gonna see this break thing right here. Can I do this like this? We're gonna find out something real quick and see if this works. So it has a syntax error. We can't, do that break line. Supposedly, you're supposed to be able to do this backwards end, and that will create that as well. In the inner text, but I'm talking about text content. So you're supposed to be able to do this, but as you can see, it's not. There's no break here. But with the inner text, if we save it, it comes down like this, and we don't even need to do that break line. We just do save it. It'll keep going down line by line. And that's what I want to see. So I wish I could just bring this down one. Can I do that? So because what I want is I don't want it to be that much space. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It went up a little bit. Maybe let's find out if it didn't. Yeah, it did. Anyways, let's bring it back down here and let's create what we want to create in here now. Okay, the first line, what do we want it to do? We want to put temperature is And then we want to put this dollar sign and this open and close quote. And then we want to put, I don't know how it's spelled this here, current. Because it has this 2M in it and you'll see. Yes. Oh yeah. Now I want to put that Fahrenheit also in the thing like that. Because I figure it's a lot easier to make space. Like put a space in between if I want to put a space in between. So dollar and no, not dollar sign. We need this to be degree like that, and that kind of looks okay. Maybe I want a space. I don't know. Let's move this so we could see everything on lines like that. So I'm gonna Alt and Shift down a couple of times. It's just saying that because of this backticks I hear, and it's got 3 open backticks. And we don't want that. We want, what is it called? Apparent temperature. So we wanted to say feels like. It feels like that. And then we want to put wind speed is. Anything it feels like, if it's not is and something like that. So we want current temperature to be wind speed, but wind speed like this. All right. And we're gonna go backwards here. And we want this miles per hour, right? Save that. Give ourselves maybe a little bit more room here to work with. So that's the 10.5 miles per hour. So we could do this Alt Shift down here and it won't make mistakes. Gust R. So we're gonna get rid of is. And like I said, some of this stuff is it's crazy. Boom. And the wind direction, let's get that right here. And let's show you what the wind direction is gonna look like. So we might have to change this. And it's we don't need the miles per hour either, so we don't need that. So wind speed is, this would be wind direction is. Wind direction is 287. That's a heading. So now I gotta create another file, another function that we're gonna call in here, and we're gonna say let direction get. We're gonna call it wind direction. And we got to send it the degrees. So we're gonna just cut this right here out, Control X, and we're gonna go here, and we're gonna put we'll just put a weight, just put a weight. I don't think we need that. And then we're gonna put direction here, and it's gonna be like, yo, what is this error? So I'm gonna open up my Discord and copy this function, and we'll figure it out from there. So we're outside this actual function right here. And this function is not that hard to figure out. We went less than 20 minutes, so that's good. Get direction, and that put directions. Let me see. Wind direction or get direction. This is one of your getter direction stuff, like one of your functions that should be on top over here with the getter functions. All right. And what we're gonna do is we need to send it a degree, and we gotta name it correctly. Not wind direct. We could put. You know what? We're gonna call it wind direction right here. Yeah, we're gonna call it wind direction. If you press S, it gets it now. West, northwest. But let's figure out how this works. So I believe that's like 13, right? Degree divided by 22.5 modulus 16. I don't know how they got 22.5. I really don't. So we got 0, 1, let's do Alt Shift F, and it brings it down like that. So now we can just go down. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Technically, we got 16 sections, so that's the modulus 16. But I don't know why is degree divided by 22.5. I don't know where that number comes from, but this does is gives you the direction of index, and that makes it 13. The only way we could actually see that on here is index, and you'll see 13. All right. If it was 0, you probably need 0 or 360. Let's see. We could always yeah, because it's not an async function, we don't need a wait here. So we could do that. That's wrong. It's let's see, like I said, we don't need a wait. What did I just mess up? Yeah, this I didn't close that, so that opened it back. I was like, well, I didn't mess nothing up, but this went down for no reason. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Let's see what else are. We click here, it's gonna show us the wind direction right here. Oh, that's why it's messing up. I didn't put 360 here. So it should be north, it's 360. That should be 0, right? Yep. So I guess go back to console. It's 0. So all this math equals 0. So let's go back and let's put what we had here. We could Y that one. And then we could also come back down here and yeah, we could get rid of this await right here. That's a wasted line. And there you go, west, northwest. And that's how it works. Don't ask me where the 22.5 is. I will Google that some other day. But that's my current weather. And honestly, I don't care what it looks like. This is kind of like, I want the card to be this big. And maybe the image to be a little bit bigger. But for the most part, this is all I care about. If I really wanted to mess with the card, I could just put like a card and go to width. And the width could be, I don't care, like 5 rem. And it'll mess up the whole thing. So we want to make it like 15 rem. And that makes it perfect. And that's it. It doesn't not going to get smaller than that. You know what I'm saying? Not too much smaller than that. But so we want min width. Or min. And yeah, min width 15 rem. Oh, we could just put 10. It's gonna say the same distance right here. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm saying that's it. That's what I want for my current weather. That's a 23-minute video. Hopefully I could figure this script out and see where they get the 20, because it's a directional thing. Like somebody wrote it and I didn't get the math degree divided by 22.5. And I'm looking like, what degree are they talking about? And it's the input degree, so it's a number. You know what I'm saying? Like you could put this and we could see what that does, and it's gonna give you south. How the hell did that give you 8? But it is, Control Z. But I'm saying it's just how they do it. It's just amazing. I just don't understand where they get 22.5 from. And we'll probably look that up and figure it out. But for now, this is this video. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm gonna do hourly and daily. I just wanted to do what it was like right now. Every time you go up, the gust is different. The direction becomes different. It'll show you here. But you see how like it feels like 74.25 is a little bit hotter than what it feels like there. That's basically it. Anyways, thanks for anybody watching. I hope this works out for you.